Okay, we're back from our recess. And we'll move to the public comment portion of our regular business meeting. Is there anyone who would care to address the board? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move to constituent concerns. Michael?
Just, similar things that we've been listening to this evening, trying to address a lot of those, and I appreciate Ira for taking those questions we had the last time and addressing those. But anyway.
Okay. Kevin?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Kirk?
No, I don't have any.
Just appreciate all the research Ira's been doing.
Well, Ira and David Francis have done a lot of work, and will continue to do a lot of work.
I'm sure they're going to bed dreaming about.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, on a lighter note, our football teams in Haywood County are doing well. If Tuscola beats Franklin Friday night, I believe there'll be a four-way tie, or is it three?
Four-way.
For first place. Is that right, Mike?
That's correct.
So,
And if Tuscola can continue to play like they've played the last two games, Franklin possibly could be in trouble.
that's right. Thank you.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, the written report on the trip to Lawrence, Kansas by Commissioners Inslee and Sorrells will be, it has not yet been presented to the board for our review, but as soon as it is, it will become a public document and would be available. There are no administrative or agency reports. Are there any adjustments to the agenda? Okay, if not, then we'll move to the consent agenda. We've had the opportunity to review the October 19, 2015 regular meeting minutes. Are there any changes to those? Okay, if not, we'll move then to Julie Davis. An application of the Public School Building Capital Fund. Julie?
Good morning. The only thing I have for you this morning is this application for the Public School Building Capital Fund, North Carolina Education Lottery. This is for the current year debt service for the $1.7 million renovation we did to Pisgah High School a few years ago. It's $201,067.50, and the school board has already approved this.
Again, this is lottery proceeds. We've discussed this several times before. Any questions of Julie or comments? Okay, if not, then that concludes the consent agenda. Entertain a motion that the consent agenda as presented be approved.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, we'll move to new business. We'll begin with Dale Burris, our Facilities and Maintenance Director, with a bid for renovation and construction of the 911 EOC project. Dale?
Good afternoon. Make this quick. Basically, I'm not going to go through the full agenda request. I broke it out completely in the agenda request, which is online. We bid the project out, and we end up with two bidders after following the general statute under 143-129, having to re-advertise and rebid the project for the contractors that actually qualified to bid it. It came to mandatory pre-bid. So those two contractors were Clark & Leatherwood Incorporated, Waynesville, North Carolina, and H&M Constructors, a division of M.B. Haynes Corporation. They were the two contractors that bid the project, and in your package you'll see the certified bid tab. Clark & Leatherwood Incorporated was the low bidder at $859,600. I respectfully request the award to go to Clark & Leatherwood Incorporated of Waynesville, North Carolina for this project.
And they were a qualified bidder in all respects.
That is correct.
Okay. Any questions? Dale? If not, then entertain a motion that the low bid for the renovation and construction of the 911 EOC project be awarded to Clark and Leatherwood, who have been determined to be the low qualified bidder.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll bring the
Thank you.
contract back next meeting.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we'll move to Julie Davis, the budget amendment for this EOC 911 project.
I'm bringing a budget amendment to you today for this particular EOC renovation. There are a couple of reasons we're able to do this. When Dale negotiated with the the low bidder, it didn't seem like there was anything they could remove from the project. It looked like everything, I think, as far as the redundancies were going to be necessary. We were $25,645 over budget for this particular project. We have a little bit of money in the technology fund portion of this project that may be available, and part of the reason it's available is because some of those expenses are qualifying expenses for the 911 money that's received on a monthly basis, and it could be we could use some other money other than the grant money if we needed to, if the rest of it came in right on budget. The state 911 board has approved that we make this transfer, so we're transferring $25,645 out of the technology line into the construction line.
Any questions of Julie? Okay, if not, then we'll entertain a motion that the budget amendment as presented be approved.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. It's unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Johnny Glantz with a request to rename West Canton and East Canton Fire Insurance Districts. Change the name to the Canton Rural Fire Insurance District. Johnny?
Good morning, Commissioners. There's a request from the Office of State Fire Marshal to rename East Canton and the West Canton Fire Insurance Districts Canton Rural. And this has been a thing they've been doing all over the state when the municipality has county districts to name them, that city name them the rural. It helps the insurance companies know which district to put their constituents in. It actually helps the insurance or the taxpayers get the correct rating.
Yeah, will this adversely affect any of the residents in either of those districts?
No, none at all. Has no effect on tax money. This is just the insurance part, and actually it'll help the citizens get the correct rating.
So they won't pay more for insurance by renaming it?
That's correct.
Okay. Any questions of Johnny?
I just want to make a comment. You know, I had an issue that this kind of thing right here would correct. That when they called, who they called to get those ratings,
Right.
They didn't have it correct, and it really was an issue to get it straightened out. So
Yeah,
this should help that and correct
Yeah,
any of those
It'll
situations.
help that.
Yes.
Because the insurance company gets their ratings from the Insurance Services Organization, a national organization the state sends the information to, and this just helps the process along.
Any other questions? If not, would entertain a motion that the West Canton and East Canton Fire Insurance District's name be changed to the Canton Rural Fire Insurance District.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, if you recall last meeting, we had some folks from the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 89 were present and made a request for a donation to assist disabled American veterans. Ira?
Yes, and they did supply a letter, and they are asking for $1,500. They supply counseling to the families. They supply Christmas visits with gifts to the veterans that they visit. They are asking for a $1,500 donation.
And that would come from the
The board fund, yes.
commissioner's account? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I think it's a very good thing. Does anyone have any different opinion or any other opinions they'd like to express? Okay, if not, then would entertain a motion that a $1,500 donation to the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 89 for service of counseling, emergency financial aid, and visits to veterans in area nursing homes be approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous, thank you. And staying with Ira for the remainder of our new business section, we have appointment of one member to the Nursing Home Community Advisory Committee.
Yes, this person was nominated by Larry Reeves, who is with that committee, is my understanding. Kathy A. Johnson, she was a registered nurse and also worked in volunteers regularly at the Good Samaritan Clinic.
If there's no objection, would entertain a motion that Kathy Johnson be appointed as a member to the Nursing Home Community Advisory Committee.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Ira, we'll finish up with members at large to the Haywood County Health and Human Services Agency Board.
Yes, and this comes to us from that board for their vote for 3 members. They have some vacancies on the board. They are requesting that Neil Buddy, a retired hospital IT director and current member of the Haywood Health Authority and Good Samaritan Clinic, be appointed. That Tony Beeman, former Haywood County DSS director and current member of Southwestern Child Development Commission and Haywood Community College Board of Trustees and Mountain Mediation Services Board of Directors, be appointed. With regards to Mr. Beeman, a question was raised as to whether he could serve on all 3, Southwestern Child Development Board of Directors and Haywood Community College Board of Trustees, because of the ways those are appointed and whether or not those are offices. So he has agreed to resign from the Southwestern Child Development Commission should he be appointed to the Haywood Health and Human Services Board.
Okay.
It's my understanding.
Yeah, I represent the commissioners on that board, and they unanimously endorsed all 3 applicants. I guess we'll make the, if we choose to select Mr. Beeman, it will be contingent on his resignation from the Southwest Child Development Commission Board. So,
And then Ann Gears was the 3rd one.
and Gears, yes. Okay. Again, all 3 were enthusiastically recommended by the Health and Human Services Board. So if there's no objection, would entertain a motion that Ann Gears, Neil Buddy, and Tony Beeman be appointed to the Health and Human Services Board, with Mr. Beeman's appointment contingent on his resignation from the Southwest Child Development Commission Board.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Okay, that concludes the business portion of our meeting. At this point, would entertain a motion to enter into closed session for purposes of economic development, 143-318.11A4, and attorney-client privilege, 143-318.11A3.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Thank you. We're in closed session. We have returned from closed session. Is there any other business for the board? Hearing none, would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Thank you.